Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jedi Knights Watch. My name is Graham, and today we're going to be going over the latest changes to the collection. I've had some people ask for an updated tour. I don't know if this will be like an actual tour, maybe a loose tour, just kind of showing you what I've been up to, kind of the rearranging I've been doing. I'm finally pretty satisfied with the way that the collection looks here. But first, it's a very special day. I want to give a shout out to all the awesome dads out there. Happy Father's Day. It's also my birthday, so every once in a while, my birthday falls on Father's Day, so extra special today. Hope you all are enjoying the day and doing some relaxing stuff. Right now, my kids are asleep. The wife's taking a nap, so I'm just kind of spending some time with the collection and wanted to just, again, talk about some of the things that I've done. So, really quickly, this here is the chair that I sit in when sometimes I'm watching TV or I'm just kind of glancing at the collection here. And I had the big Iron Man chair for the computer, and it just became too bulky, too big. And when I was sitting here, it kind of took away from some of the viewing angles. So if I'm sitting here, you can kind of just see that this is what it looks like. So the other chair was taller, it came out a lot more. So now I can definitely have a better visual. So this is what it looks like when I'm sitting down. I can see everything. The other big thing that I did was I moved this 6 Series cabinet, and it was back against the wall there, and it was kind of facing directly that way. And if I put it against that wall, it's facing like the half wall there. I couldn't find a way to really enjoy it. So I lost a little bit of space by doing this, but what I did was I brought it towards me, and I angled it this way so it's directly facing this way, and I can see it a lot better. I like it. It's not perfect because the room is just it's kind of an awkward room, but there's just that little cove in there. So again, I brought it out so it just I think it works a lot better. You can see it from a lot more angles. Because what was happening, I didn't want to put anything back there because I didn't feel like you could really enjoy it or see it. It was just kind of nestled in the corner. So I was piling everything into these cabinets because this is the best viewing angle, and then I had nothing over there. So I moved that there, and then I actually put all my Star Wars in there. So it's kind of going in chronological order a little bit. So we do have pretty much the original trilogy up top, kind of starting from A New Hope and going into Empire Strikes Back, and then Empire Strikes Back continued and going into Return of the Jedi. And then we also have my Mandalorian figures, which I've kind of cooled on lately. You know, wasn't ever going to complete the line, but just season 3 wasn't good, so it's definitely a mixed bag. The funny thing is they haven't made a single figure from that season, so I think Hot Toys got the memo as well. The only thing is the turtles are tough to see down here, being that they're on the lowest. So when you're looking down, they're like that. I love these turtles, I really do, but I don't know. I have them listed right now. If I could get what I want for them, I would let them go. So if anybody wants to make me an offer for them, feel free, because really what I want to do is use that money towards the Batman, the 2022 Batman, plus the Bat Cycle. So those are going to be coming out this summer, hopefully. So that's what I want to do. Looking at the 6 Series, I like it a lot, but I think if I had to choose going forward, I've learned that I would rather get the DFs, just because you definitely have a lot more options when putting vehicles in or just tiering your figures. It's harder though to balance a clean look in the DF because you can easily pile more figures in, but I feel like it's harder to do it right. Like, I don't know, sometimes I like having a whole scene where you can, pile everybody in, but I also like to give each individual figure their own space so that you can just kind of really be able to admire it and see it. Sometimes I have a hard time doing that with DF. So the one good thing about the 6 Series is with the limited height, you can really only do 2 rows. You can tier the back row up if you really want and just have them on like risers, and then that's it. there's just so many more options with the DFs that it can get a little crazy and it can get a little hard to keep it looking organized and looking how you want it. So that's what I was struggling with. But now that I have all the Star Wars over there, we definitely have room to grow. So, you know, there's definitely some space here. We only have 6 or 7, 5 to 7 in a cube. And if the turtles go, we'll have another shelf there. But that's the other drawback of the 6 series. Anything on the bottom, you have a hard time seeing. And that's why with the DF, you still get a wider viewing angle when it's on the bottom. I can see that tumbler really nice even when I'm standing in front of it. So that's some of the drawbacks there. Now, going to the DFs. So what I did was I had all the Marvel in one cube and I had all the Star Wars in another cube. But again, stretch the Star Wars out, I stretched the Marvel out, kind of stretched the DC out a little bit. I like this look a lot. So we have the Batmobile from 1989, we have Batman Returns, and then I put the Bat Pod on top of this back half shelf with the Joker. And I think when the Batman and the Bat Cycle comes out, we'll move the Batman over and then we'll put the other Batman and Bat Cycle there, and Joker will have to go somewhere else. But then we'll have kind of more vehicles with each with a Batman. I think that'll look pretty sick. And then we did move the DC up top here as well. I think this looks pretty cool. We reposed a couple figures, one being the Nightmare Batman. So I think that looks pretty cool. This is still one of my favorite figures right here. And I just tweaked this by making him hold his little branding weapon there. But I don't know, something about DC I think just looks awesome. Wonder Woman we have with like her like comic concept cloak and then the shield. I was able to get the 1500 unit Wonder Woman with rooted hair ordered, so that's exciting. That should come out later this year. But we got like a mix of everything, so I really like that. And then going down to Marvel, I didn't really put anybody in specific order, but again, I think it looks good. Groot's a little hidden behind Hulk, but I think it looks okay. Everybody's got their space. Venom is my newest figure that I got via trade-in, so you can see him there. I did pose the Spider-Man for a while, and you can see kind of what it did. The knees are pretty wrinkled, so the suit kind of stretched out. So not the end of the world, but just something to be aware of if you're going to be posing these Spider-Man figures. Kind of put Black Panther into a little bit more of a action pose there too. But yeah, there's the whole crew. I think it looks really good, really balanced. Everybody's got their own space. And then as we move over here, again, kind of spaced out. I want to do something with this Thanos yet. Pose him in a different way, but Iron Spider is another newer one here. And as you can see, he's going to be very museum pose because I do not want to damage that suit. I got this thing for a complete steal, and the suit is very pristine. There's Nebula. The new one was just announced, but this one is still a really good figure. So we just have them all here. Bought some of these black basic stands on Amazon just to kind of use with some of these figures. He came with the huge triangular shape stand that I hate, and it just takes up too much space. It's too gaudy, so I just have Strange on that one. Using a couple other ones elsewhere as well. But again, if we add a few more, let me back up here. If we add a few more Marvel figures, I still think we can squeeze a few more in there without it looking too packed. So I think it looks really good for now. Pretty content. Got the tumbler down here with Bane. Eventually I want to get a back half shelf there and put some either figures or another vehicle on top. And then we have the miscellaneous, which I think looks good. So again, just very spread out, but we have room to grow. It's good for now. I'm content, but at the same time, I can add a few figures and it's gonna still be looking good. So there you guys have it. I don't know if there's really anything else that I've done to this point. Just waiting on pre-orders. I've also done something of a Excel sheet that's gonna like map out all of the figures that I'm interested that are coming out, when they're coming out, how close they're coming out, how much they're going to cost. Because what was happening was I wasn't budgeting for these new guys coming out, and I was still buying things to kind of, you know, feed the addiction, and then not having money for things like the DeLorean and stuff. So, and then, you know, summer camp, house projects, you know, a bunch of other stuff just kind of getting to be expensive, so I got to really budget. So if you guys are interested in something like that, let me know, and I can kind of do a video just kind of showing you, you know, what I'm working with, and maybe it's something you guys want to do yourselves, just to kind of keep yourself accountable and be able to get the figures that you want to get. So yeah, let me know. But here's a little look at what the collection looks like as of today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, happy Father's Day to everybody out there. And yeah, until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.